This is how I got my first ever seller finance deal. And I'm gonna show you how you can get your first seller finance deal as well. So I got this property as a referral. So my best friend's girlfriend lived in the property, and when she moved out, she told the landlord that she knew somebody who was interested in buying houses. And she just connected the two of us, and I got on a call with him. And at this point in time, in 2017, I really didn't have a lot of extra capital. So I pretty much stated to him, hey, I will buy this property and pay your price if you can give me my terms. So we discussed some offers. We ran numbers on what the property is renting for, what the HOA is. And the holdup for me was he wanted skin in the game. I was willing to pay his price, but he wanted skin in the game. So I was able to lower my price from about $125 to $105 by putting skin in the game. And again, I didn't have money at this point in time. So I reached out to a friend of mine and just said, hey, do you have $25 extra $1,000 to invest in this property, and we'll be partners and own it 50-50. So knowing that I now had the capital to able to close this deal and buy it and keep it myself and not just wholesale it away, we were able to negotiate a purchase price of $104,750, giving him 20 grand down and the balance of $84,750 at $750 a month at zero interest. No interest, $750 a month for 114 months. So this is the way I found my first seller finance deal. It was because people knew in my circles that I was in real estate. So if you want to find these off-market great opportunities, you got to be telling everybody you know that you are in real estate and you're actively looking for deals. You have to tell everybody. Talk to your friends, your family, your coworkers, put it on social media, go to local RIA meetings. Let the world know you're buying property. Putting yourself out there will present opportunities to come your way. Make that happen. Take action. Tell everybody you know, and it will come full force around to you. All right, once that lead comes to you, you want to make sure you know the why for the seller. Why are they motivated to sell? Once you get their why, it should give you a better idea of maybe what kind of terms they might be interested in. But what we typically ask is, what are your immediate cash needs? They might need 20 grand down to pay off some credit card bills, to buy their daughter a car, or they might need no money down because they just sold a bunch of other properties. Don't assume they need a lot of money down. Don't assume they need interest. This is how you get these opportunities with no money down and no interest. This business is all time and circumstance. You never know why someone's gonna do something, so don't assume. Just ask good questions, know their why, get as much information as possible, and then make creative offers. So to give you an example, we're gonna go through the numbers on this condo in Orlando that we bought with creative financing. This is my first creative finance deal. Let's get into the numbers. All right, again, so we bought this property for $104,750. Our down payment was $20,000, and then our seller finance was $84,750. I didn't have this money. I borrowed 25 grand to cover the down payment and the closing costs. I actually didn't borrow it. It was that we became partners, 50-50 partners. And that's what I had to do in the beginning, is give up a lot of equity to get this deal done. But it's a killer deal, and I don't regret it for a second. And so now I own it with a partner, and we have terms of 0% interest at $750 a month for 113 months. This property at that time only rented for $1,100 a month. I think I actually rented for like $1,200, but my brother was going to be the occupant. So all we were trying to do is cover the debt service, principal, and typically interest, but this one's zero interest, so there was no interest, taxes, and insurance. And for us, that came out at $1,100. My investor knew he wasn't trying to get a certain rate of return on the 25 grand he gave us. He just said, hey, we're gonna own it equally, and the payoff's gonna be in the long run, once we have no balance, and we either sell it or continue to rent it and then cash flow from there. You might be thinking,
where the hell am I gonna get $25,000 from?
Same as before, you have to tell everybody that you're in the business and you're looking for opportunities and you're finding these opportunities. And when they know that you get first shot at these deals, and you're getting a deal where potentially is going to be 0% interest, and you're going to own this free and clear in a couple years, 7 years, that's opportunity for them. People are looking. There's a lot of money out there, and people are looking for great opportunities. And if you could bring it to them, the money is the easy part. Good deals attract money. At that point in time, I was willing and able to give up 50%. But right now, with everything that's going on in the stock market and people's IRAs, some people might be willing to give up their capital for 4%, 5%, 10%. Still makes this deal work. It's a lot better than 50% of equity. So talk to a lot of people you know, see what they're looking for in their investments. And on something like this, I'd be more than willing to go negative cash flow to keep 100% equity, because it was going to pay off tremendously in the long run. Because of that principal being paid down every single month by the tenant, this property is going to be owned free and clear in 84 months. So when we rented this property to my brother for $1,100 a month, we weren't making any cash flow. We were just covering all the expenses, and he was responsible for any repairs. Now we actually have a tenant in there and they're paying $1,600 a month. But unfortunately, we're not making any more money because one thing I forgot was this HOA fee that's so high. So with the HOA fee covered, the $1,100 a month, my brother lived in the property. We just broke even. Now at $1,600 a month, the HOA has risen from like $300 to $577, and the taxes have risen. The insurance not so much, but right now we're actually with everything, including the principal for $750, taxes I believe are $210, and insurance is only like $60, $60. It comes out to be like right under $1,600. We're not making any money again on this property, even with a market rent tenant in the property. The benefit to this property is the equity pay down. It's only been 5 years, and the property now only has a balance of $33,750. It's only going to be 45 more months until this property is owned free and clear. And then that $750 a month to that seller is going to come right to us. At $750 a month times 12 is $9,000 a month in cash flow. And imagine 4 years from now, the property's probably going to be worth more, could rent for more. Sure, the HOA is going to also go up, so I'm not really depending on cash flow here, but we're going to have a ton of equity. And what allows us to do is we can actually sell this property to somebody else. Once we pay it off, we can do it now and sell it on a wraparound mortgage. But what we can do now is sell this property once we own it free and clear, offer it to somebody else. Right now, the value is $175. So we have $140K in equity. So current equity. And so 4 years from now, this place could be worth 200 grand, 210. We could sell it outright, pocket 200 grand. We could sell it on terms and do seller financing for somebody else at 6, 7, 8, 9%. Depends what the market rent is, and gain even more interest on this property, getting more profit on this deal by being creative and selling it creatively. So for me, originally when I underwrote this deal, I knew we weren't going to cash flow. My brother was looking for a place to live, get him out of my house. And the goal for us was long-term appreciation. This property is a 2-2 on a lake in Orlando, Soto area. It's a great property, great asset to hold long-term. And for us, at that point in time, it wasn't about the cash flow. I wanted properties to start my rental portfolio. So when I was underwriting this, I knew the cash flow wasn't there. Because typically when you look for cash flow, you're looking for what the market rent is, minus principal and interest, minus taxes and insurance. We always put a vacancy factor of 5% and a maintenance factor of 10%. Now, that free cash flow would be what you get as cash flow each month. Times that by 12, that's your yearly cash flow, and divide that by all the capital you put into the property. So whether it's down payment money, closing costs, money you pay for the deal, an acquisition fee, any other money, repairs, maintenance, any other thing that you pay initially that first year, we want to include in our cash on cash return. So for us, typically we're looking for 20% cash on cash return. On this deal, I was willing to take 0. Because my investor didn't need a cash on cash return. He didn't need any money, and I didn't need any money. I was wholesaling properties and buying making money that way. I just wanted an asset. I wanted to get this deal done. I wanted 0% interest. That was what triggered my mind to be like, this is real, this can happen, and gave me the confidence to make more offers and do this more. I knew the reward on this deal was down the line, and so for us, when I underwrote it, I wasn't worried about the cash flow. I knew with 0% interest later on, I'm going to make tremendous money because I'm going to be able to pay this property off in 113 months. And then, so less than 10 years, I'm going to own this property free and clear. Not many people can get into a property with no money and own it free and clear in less than 10 years. So I know it might feel a little daunting to make these offers to sellers, but the one thing that allowed me to do it and have that confidence is education. I studied creative financing and making offers and deal structuring, and that's what you could do here with us every Monday if you tune into these episodes and watch how we break down these deals step by step and give you the confidence you need to make these offers and change your life. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.